To me, it feels like air is coming out of both nostrils. You can open that door, man. There you go. All I can say about this is just get closer to God. Like that, because walking around looking like that. Man, so you're going to tell me you're going to just stand here and record? What it do, my good people? Welcome back again to the channel. I hope y'all is having a real good evening. So, TikTok pull up on your boy again with the meal. I don't know what's in it. It just says reactions. So, let's open it up and do some reacting. And I want to give a big shout out to every single one of my subscribers, man. Y'all the GOAT. And for who's new, more welcome. Stay tuned for a lot of this. But let's get into this and not get distracted. All right, let go.
Okay, so have y'all seen that video that's going viral about the former president of Brazil who was giving a speech and his voice quite literally glitched like something out of a paranormal documentary? Y'all.
Vamos parar por aí. Já estão encomendados.
Sis jumped up. She said, wait a minute. What's that?
Bem que eu pedi uma pastilha. Já estão encomendados. Estudos.
Like, I mean, overthinking can make you assume a lot, but I'm thinking that it's an audio issue. Because I've never heard anybody really sound like that naturally. But again, who knows, you know, especially in the times that we're living in right now. But based on my own opinion, I think that's an audio issue. But what do you think? Or what do y'all think? Do you think it's an audio issue? Or do you think it's something much darker? Put your comments down there. Let me know.
Para eliminar.
Y'all beat that?
Para eliminar.
He looks like he got caught too.
Chega.
Give me sugar.
Muito. Já estão.
What was that? So this guy, Michel Temer, quick background, was actually the president of Brazil in 2016 when the former president ended up getting impeached, and he did a speech, and in this speech his voice completely shifted and he could not even speak, and somebody had to give him a lozenge, but you can hear he says sugar, which gives you Men in Black vibes. But nevertheless, he actually had a ton of protests. Like 76% of the population wanted to overthrow him, and he ended up getting arrested for a bunch of corruption. So even when he was put in the president's position, there was a ton of drama. It was super chaotic. But nevertheless, let me know if y'all have seen this, because this happened many years ago, but this clip is just now going viral with everybody else having this whole enlightening, awakening moment. You're just like, what was that about? Because his voice was so jarring that even the people around him, did y'all see how quick the lady jumped up? Like, even the people around him were absolutely confused. And at first we thought this was like a tech glitch, but no, that was his actual voice. What does that sound like to y'all? If this is your first time seeing this clip and you don't believe it, I definitely implore you to do your research. I don't want to misinform you. Per what I've seen, it really happened. However, I can't confirm or deny anything. This is all alleged. But drop your thoughts in the comments. And like I said, save this video, go look into it, come back, let me know what you think. Whatever else I find out, I will be back though, so make sure you like, follow, stay for some more tea. Okay, so
Again, what do you think?
y'all seen that?
What is it?
Someone just tell me!
What are you talking about?
Man, I know what that is. That's like somebody in a hoodie and a mannequin head on top of their head. I've seen that before, man. That
Greatest mysteries of science that we can't explain. Number 1, human consciousness. We all know that we have consciousness, but what we don't understand is how it works. Scientists have been studying the brain for years, yet we still don't know how the neurons in our brain produce this subjective experience of consciousness. Number 2, the origin of the universe. Scientists have been studying the universe for centuries, but we're still unsure of how it began. We have a theory, the Big Bang, which explains how the universe has evolved since its inception, but we don't know what triggered it. Number 3, paranormal phenomena. People often report paranormal experiences such as ghosts, spirits, or supernatural manifestations, but science can't explain why these phenomena occur. Scientists are still searching for tangible evidence of these phenomena, but so far nothing convincing has been found.
Right here, this, whatever this is, this right here, we think it's air. But I realized that if I stop, close my nose and mouth, For 4 minutes, if I'm separated from this substance for 4 minutes, my heart don't stop. My brain don't even stop. My body functions don't stop. The first thing I lose is consciousness. I pass out. I can no longer stay aware. So I started to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not just breathing in air. I'm breathing in consciousness. I'm inhaling and exhaling God itself. And this air is conscious, right?
KRS, man. KRS-One. A real good artist, man. Real intelligent dude, man.
Here, this.
In Massachusetts, there was once an asylum so dangerous the government tried to erase it. But here's the terrifying part.
This is what they want us to see, yo. This is what they don't want y'all to know.
But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored. It's a tremendous. So there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Why do y'all think that they have this map so detailed to even like the coloration of the different waters? We're talking about even the smallest islands of the islands. Make it make sense. Yo, I've been doing this, this content for a long time, and y'all know that. I'm goated at this shit, you feel me? Look at that. Bro, they got Asgard. Y'all know they be putting the truth inside the movies, yo. Y'all know it. Look at that. Everything is detailed down to the brim. These are the maps they don't want y'all to see, bro. Look at the different colors of the water. Y'all know that's like the different depths and everything. And then y'all seen what I posted the other time. Look, all the different names of the oceans and everything. Say it ain't so, y'all. Say it ain't so. And then y'all heard what Emerald Bird said. That was Emerald Bird. For those who don't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of us know by now, but if you don't know, that was Emerald Bird that was talking. One of the greatest explorers of all time, y'all. Tell me, how could it be land beyond this that they didn't discover at that time frame? I want y'all to make it make sense, yo. Wake up! This is
What do you think, man? That's the most I can say about that, because I grew up seeing what the map looks like now, and I would love to explore, the world, but for the map to look something like that, it will be real interesting, a real interesting feat. But hey, again, the more you know.
Only species on this planet that sunburns this easily. Let that sink in. Birds, covered in UV blocking feathers, reptiles, scales, natural armor, whales and dolphins, specialized skin cells that literally repair damage from the sun. Even apes, our supposed ancestors, have thick fur shielding them. But us? Step outside too long and the sun cooks us alive. Why would evolution do that? Enter Dr. Ellis Silver, environmental scientist, not some internet crackpot. He proposes something that flips the whole Darwinian script on its head. Humans might not have evolved on Earth. Let me say that again. We're not from here. We were placed here. Because if you take a step back and look objectively, our biology doesn't fit this planet. We overheat easily. We suffer from chronic pain, allergies, anxiety. We need shoes to walk, umbrellas to survive sunlight. And our babies? Practically useless for the first year. There's not another species on Earth this fragile and high maintenance. This planet is a survival machine. Everything adapts, everything evolves, except us. So Dr. Silver asks, what if we were engineered? A hybrid species brought here from somewhere else. Maybe a failed experiment. Maybe a colony. Maybe even punishment. We don't know. But our skin, our bones, our biology, they're all whispering the same thing. You might feel human, but this place was never made for you. Or maybe you were never made for this place.
This is just a theory, not a fact.
There you go. All I can say about this is Just get closer to God. That's it. Just get closer to God.
We're the
This UFO just turned into a human being.
Check this out. It's definitely like a ball of something. An orb UFO. And now it's a person. Someone explain that to me, please. So can aliens shapeshift into human beings? I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Then it just disappears again. It's just crazy that he just turned into a human being. This ball of light turned into a human being. As always, thanks for watching. Stay weird, y'all.
Like, I mean, that is kind of trippy, but then again, it can just be a glitch in the camera.
Explain this to me. You see these two rainbows here, all right? Which are coming from the reflection of this corner and this corner of the glass. Just like this one is here as well, coming from that corner, as well as this one coming from that corner. So when we see a rainbow outside in the sky, shaped like this, where is that coming from? The only explanation would be if we were to have some form of rounded glass structure above us. If you've never heard of the firmament, look up the firmament and research and educate yourself. I'm not saying the earth is flat, but it's not a globe. All right, someone
I don't know what I know, but as the man says, y'all go do your research, man.
Explain this to me.
Mother is alone at home watching TV when something pretty terrifying is caught on camera. The following video comes from Daniel Thompson, who lives happily with his mother in a 3-story house that is filled with lots of antiques and other priceless items that are fairly creepy to say the least. From expensive artifacts bought overseas to small collectibles that can't be found anywhere else, Daniel's mom has been collecting many antiquities ever since he was a child. However, out of all the items in this house, 2 in particular scare him the most. A porcelain doll that is placed at the front entrance of the house, and a dollhouse that for some reason makes him feel extremely uneasy. The dollhouse, according to Daniel, does something very strange. Here's a video of him talking about it.
I don't know how to explain it. The only thing I can say that has happened with it is sometimes when I walk by, or like I go, the bathroom's back there, and I walk through and I hear like tapping coming from this room. It's like it's like yeah, it's like like the tapping kept happening, and I came over and I was trying to figure out like where it was coming from, but it was coming from this dollhouse and I don't know where, and it hasn't done it since.
Daniel thinks that the tapping noises are coming from inside the dollhouse, which is in the room that his sister used to be in. For this reason, he's been recording it ever since with a security camera to see if the knocking continues and to hopefully find the source. But then one day, while passing by the room, this happens. It's late at night when Daniel captures this.
Guys. Do you hear that? Those are the tapping noises I was talking about.
Man, I ain't walking up to that. This brother, man. I I guess the comfortability of being in a home that you grew up in makes it, less scary. But me personally, I ain't walking up to that, man. I'm setting fire to that and the house. Nah, bro. He a better man than me. He a better man than me. And the fact that the knocking is still going on while he's present there in the room, bro.
Where is this coming from?
This man is searching for death. Ain't no way, bro.
It's like knocking at the door. Hello?
Mysteriously, the source of the tapping sounds can't be found anywhere. Even the 3 knocks that were heard on the small door are a mystery. Without a clue as to where they came from, Daniel continues to record the dollhouse. But only a day later, something happens that chills Daniel to his core. Take a look. Somehow, the miniature figurines move on their own as though someone or something was playing with them. As if the tapping noises weren't enough to spook Daniel, this happens. Understandably, he had no words when he saw this video. He began to think that his mom may have brought either a cursed or haunted item into their house. Not sure what to make of it, Daniel doesn't mention nor post any more footage of the dollhouse. But then, 2 nights later, something happens that impels him to share the following footage. It's around 2:30 in the morning when this is captured.
Yeah. Now he came to your real house. Why the hell would you even open that door, man? Wait, that wasn't there before, right? That wasn't there before, y'all.
The sound of knocking can be heard at the door, but strangely, the footage from outside shows no one at the entrance. Who, or even what, had been knocking at the door? Now what's even more strange about this is that the same number of knocks were made earlier in the dollhouse video. Fearing that the dollhouse might have something to do with this, Daniel places the miniature set inside his garage. He continues to record it, just in case the knocking continues.
Nah, man, there's too much going on with this one. Way too much going on with this one, y'all.
If it does, then he'll know for sure the knocking came from the set itself.
Like, I'm actually feeling like I'm getting some sort of creepy chills at this one. It is,
And not from the room it was in. Fast forward to a day later, and nothing happens.
Never be ignored when visiting a cemetery. First, never greet the dead with the word hello. That word is meant for the living. The dead cannot answer, and spirits may take offense and start seeking revenge. Second, never eat anything that has grown on cemetery soil. It belongs to the dead, and if you take it, spirits may come to you in dreams or visions, demanding what's theirs. Third, never go to the cemetery with your hair down. Loose hair is believed to attract entities that can attach themselves to it and slowly drain your life energy. Fourth, never walk straight home after visiting a cemetery. You must stop somewhere first, a store, a cafe, anywhere, to leave the energy of death behind. Fifth, never raise or move crosses in the cemetery, and never call upon someone else's sorrow. Doing so invites darkness into your life. Sixth, never leave your personal belongings behind. If you do, they'll belong to the dead now, and they'll take a piece of your soul with them. Seventh, never clean someone else's grave. You're entering a space where you are not welcome. And finally, never visit the cemetery on the birthday of the deceased. It's believed that on that day, the dead demand a gift, and they may take a living soul instead. Tell me, did you know about these rules? Write it in the comments. I read every single one. And subscribe to me so you don't miss the next creepy story. These signs should...
Nah. Never heard about those rules in my life. And then, but yeah, then again, I've never been to much cemeteries. So, I don't know. Have y'all ever heard anything like that or of any of those rules before? Let me know.
Suddenly got this gut feeling that something bad was about to happen. In just a few seconds, she slammed the glass door shut, locked it, and hurried behind the counter. She crouched down and made herself as small as possible, trying to catch her breath while her heart started pounding harder and harder. And of course, the question is, what could have set her off like that? She was shaking, tucked into the corner, doing everything she could not to make a sound. Out on the other side of the glass, a figure appeared. A senior man dressed up in a clown suit, but there was nothing funny about him. His makeup was smeared, his clothes looked worn out, and that bright costume only made the whole thing feel even more unsettling. This wasn't some normal clown. People in the area already knew him for how creepy and hostile he could be. If someone gave him a little money, he'd demand more, and if they said no, he'd start shouting insults and getting aggressive. The owner had dealt with him before, so she already knew what to expect. And she also knew that staying where he could see her would only make things worse. So this time, instead of getting into it with him, she chose to hide and wait him out, hoping he'd just keep walking and wouldn't stick around. This shop owner...
Hey, at least, you know, she's finding a way to keep herself safe from a lunatic like that, because walking around looking like that and attending a birthday party, man, she did the right thing. She did the right thing.
Suddenly got...
has been circulating the internet for some time. This man was getting back home.
Y'all, I'm convinced that my neighbor is dead. And here's why. This whole week, he never leaves his car out here at night like this. But it's been like this. His car hasn't moved. The trash cans haven't moved. I've peeked inside there. He's not in there. There's not a dead body in there. I called police this morning, and of course they didn't respond. This light has been on, and I can't really see inside of it. But I've knocked on his door, and I'm gonna try it again now, because I want to make sure he's okay. So this isn't like him at all. Like, he usually puts these down when he's working on the car. And usually hear him out here listening to music or working on his car. But his TV has been playing this same, like I guess a screensaver. And I've peeked behind the curtain and there's no dead body in there, but like, I'm just worried about him. And I don't know what to do, like, any more than me calling the cops. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like, none of this stuff is moved, and normally when he's done working on his car, he backs it out, and he, like, you know, he puts it in a parking spot. And the lights have stayed on the whole time, and I don't know what to do, guys. So either way, I'm not sure what to do. A friend just suggested that I should go do my own welfare check. But what do? Like, walk into a dude's house, and then if he's there and alive, I'm like, well, whoops! Like, now I've just committed breaking and entering. Like, this is why I want the cops involved. Like, I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get stabbed. I don't want to get sued, and I don't want to get arrested. So, but I'm concerned. I'm so concerned about this man. And so I just messaged my friend. Her husband is a police officer. So hopefully maybe this weekend he can come help me. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I've never been in this situation before. So, y'all,
Like, I mean, what would you do if you're in that situation and you've seen unusual activity from your neighbor or no activity from your neighbor? Would you continue to call the cops, or would you actually go inside the home and do your own welfare check? It's a pretty spontaneous thing, but hey, it is a mystery.
This guy took a video.
This is one of the scariest videos I have ever seen. They claim they're providing care for a woman that hasn't gotten out of bed for over 2 years.
If one day you wake up with this strange feeling, please don't ignore it, because
he suddenly woke up in the middle of the...
Have you noticed how we've not built any new cemeteries?
This eerie video was captured by Noah, the face behind the popular channel Creepy Out.
In the Philippines.
You guys know that sleep paralysis demon that you see in the middle of the night while you're sleeping? Well, this is that creature. They caught one and they put it on a stage and it was dancing and
Imagine you're walking late at night, completely alone, and suddenly you see this.
This guy caught something truly creepy on camera, and his video has already hit over 5 million views in just a couple of days. His name's Dustin, and apparently he works the night shift at some hotel. According to him, one night things were super quiet, hardly any guests around. So he was just chilling, watching some Scooby-Doo cartoons. Nothing weird at all, until he turned off the TV and saw this.
What the fuck is that? Like, this is me.
As you can see in the clip, there's this figure, like a woman, standing behind him in the reflection on the TV. But when he turns the camera around to show the room, there's no one there. The freakiest part? Every time he points the camera back at the TV, the woman gets closer and closer. Watch carefully, it's seriously unsettling. Eventually, Dustin gets so terrified, he locks himself in the staff room and stays there until morning. He says he has no idea how something like this could even happen. But honestly, it might be time for him to find a new job. This guy caught...
Yeah. Don't lock yourself in no storage room, man. Get the hell out of there. But at the same time, that looks like, you know, too perfect. Too perfect, but hey.
Something true.
They asked, what's a creepy fact about the human body you wish you never found out? Then somebody responded with a long list. Let us listen and see whether we can learn one or two things. Number one, our skeletons are wet. Number two, your nose is always in your line of sight, but your brain ignores it. That's true. When you receive a donated kidney, they don't take out the bad one. They just add the good one in. I always thought that they will yank off the bad one and choke with the new one. Number four, your immune system doesn't know you have eyes. Otherwise, it would attack them and make you blind. Damn, that's creepy. Injuring one eye can introduce eye beads to the bloodstream and basically give your immune system the knowledge of having eyes or more. Then they might decide it really fucking hates that and attack your non-injured eye. Or more, is this true? Doctors in the house, I beg. Number five, the quality of male sperm is responsible for morning sickness, preeclampsia, I hope I pronounced that right, baby's gender, and almost every single pregnancy-related issue. To all those hopeless and useless men that will blame women for everything, blame your wife for everything, blame your wife for not getting pregnant, blame your wife for the outcome of the baby, whether the baby is a man or woman, respect yourself. Receive sense. Respect yourself. You are responsible for almost everything. You are responsible. So respect yourself and respect your wife. Number six, you breathe through one nostril at a time. Don't believe me? Put your finger below your nose and try. I don't know. I don't know. My nose has been blocked for a while now.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell like that. To me, it feels like air is coming under both nostrils, but could be true.
So I can't really tell. Number 7, the brain itself has no nerve endings. It can't feel pain. That's why patients can be wide awake during brain surgery and made to perform certain actions. Wow. Number 8, that ringing in silence isn't silence. When everything is quiet and you hear a faint ringing, that's your brain listening to its own nervous system. You are hearing yourself functioning. Okay? Number 9, you will never experience your own death. You only experience approaching it, then nothing. Everyone else gets closure, stories, funerals, and memories. You don't. You never know you've become a memory. From perspective, the story just stops mid-sentence. Or more doctors in the house. Are all these things true?
Man, that's some real interesting facts there, man. The body is a very, very, very mysterious place, man. Oh.
Did you know that serial killers and murderers, in order to hide a body, what they'll do is they dig a vertical hole 6 feet underground, and then they'll put the body in that, and then about 3 feet above that they'll bury a dead dog or pig. Why? Because scent and cadaver dogs will hint at the dead animal. They'll dig it up and they'll be like,
how I ended up on this, I don't know, but
that animal, no wonder the dog hinted at it. GPR scans show that the hole is way too narrow to hide a body.
And y'all don't get any slick ideas either.
And then most of the time investigators will move on. And then other murderers will layer the burial sites.
Informative so far, informative.
With like lime, rocks, or layered warped tarp, or sometimes even tires or heavy concrete slabs in order to disrupt soil resuscitation. So when this shows up on their scans, it just looks like debris and then investigators move on. So some killers will melt the flesh off the bones of a body inside of an acid bath, inside of a giant barrel, and if investigators see that earlier than what they plan on doing with that acid juice, they'll be like, what is that? And they'll be like, oh, it's homemade wine, and then investigators will usually be like, you're a good guy. Okay. Not all the time. People get caught. Or what other killers do is they use human bones and they ground that into powder, and they ground like animal bones into powder, and they use that as garden fertilizer, and that confuses cadaver dogs. Also, always remember, most serial killers, really successful serial killers, remain normal. They have normal jobs, families, and are really great neighbors and will give you the shirt off their back. They need to be nice in order to get you to trust them. They are psychopaths. They are manipulative pieces of shit. They will kill you, and they will seem nice about it the entire time. Trust nobody ever. Wear protection. Keep protection on hand. Also, as cliche as it sounds, never let them know your next move, because they literally thrive off of memorizing your schedule.
I don't know. Like, when I used to have some, like, thoughts, like, when you go outside, right? How many people do we actually walk past every day that could possibly be one of these people? Think about that. How many people do we actually pass every day that could possibly be one of these people? The internet keeps you thinking, bro.
You know this.
Facts you wish you never knew.
If the ice isn't floating, don't drink it. There is something in the drink. Never sleep with your windows open. Typing 444 will turn on TikTok's dark mode. Leave a note on a table before you leave the house. If you come back and it's gone, leave the house immediately and call the police. There is no name that starts with an S and ends with S. If you're ever in a falling elevator, lay flat on your back. Don't walk down the stairs with your hands in your pockets. CNN has had a pre-recorded broadcast from the 90s, which they will premiere during the end of the world. A mysterious unknown Russian radio station has been broadcasting a strange buzzing, punctuated by intermittent code words, since 1973. 23% of children under the age of 13 have experienced auditory illusions, meaning they've heard voices.
Very strange facts. Very, very strange facts.
Scary fact.
Did Did you know that the reason why you're afraid to keep your legs out of the blanket at night or to have your arm dangling off the side of the bed is because of our early human ancestors? We did not sleep in locked rooms. In fact, if we had a limb dangling off the side of the bed or out in the open, it would be a freebie for predators passing by, like leopards or hyenas. Also, if you think about where you position your bed or where you would like to sit in a restaurant, usually against a wall or in a booth seat, this is because our early human ancestors wanted to eliminate the 180 degrees of predator munching. Basically, it's not decorative, it's defensive position. We're easier to get when we're out in the open. If we were up against a wall as early humans, that would just mean survival. Also, during 3 and 4 a.m., our brain is hyperactive. This is because humans slept in phases. Someone needed to watch to make sure predators were not out to get us. This is why when you wake up and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, it's because your heart is ready to fight something. Same with when you're like seeing faces in the middle of the night or in the dark out of something that's not there, like a pile of clothes looks like a face or a human. It's because your brain first associates that with a person or a being or something that could attack you before anything else and wants to eliminate the possibility, because in early humans, you know, even now, we still don't have night vision, so predators got us in the night. Did you?
Scary facts you wish you never knew.
CNN has had a
If you wake up suddenly between 3 and 4 a.m., don't go back to sleep immediately. Psychology suggests this isn't insomnia, it's a signal. Your brain waves just intercepted a strong frequency from another source. You are awake because you are being watched, not by a ghost, but by a living mind. Someone is thinking about you so intensely, they pulled you out of your dream. If you wake...
Scary things you never knew. The last one is crazy. If you knew your mom wasn't home, but you heard somebody at your door with her voice, would you answer?
Gabe? Gabe? It's your mom. You should come out. You've been there for so long. Gabe? Come out.
Do you want to know who your secret crush is? It's the second person you see when you click share and more. In 1991, Philip Lewis, who we know as Mr. Mosby on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, took a woman's life while drunk driving. His blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. But since Maryland didn't have strict laws on drunk driving yet, he only served about 1 prison year and some community service. No one can comment under this video and get 0 likes. If there is a comment with 0 likes, you are the chosen one. Before we get to the last scary thing, please support this page by clicking the follow button for more interesting posts every day. 2 cops were called to a graveyard to investigate noises when they heard this. Yeah, comment below what you think that was. Scary things.
Live streamed their own final moments.
Helen Nyabuto, a 23-year-old healthcare worker from Kenya. August 18th, 2022. She was staying at a hotel in Chatsworth when she told her boyfriend she was going to relax in the pool when she then started a Facebook live stream. In the live stream, she was playing around in the shallow end of the pool, but around 11 minutes in,
Oh, I think I heard about this, and I think she's from the city that I live in. Yeah, she was in a live streaming in the pool, and I guess she didn't know how to swim, and disaster happened.
She went into the deep end of the pool where she would struggle staying afloat. She then began drowning, attempting to call for help, but then the video went silent. Guests seen her lifeless body, but they thought she was joking. So they called the office, who called the authorities, which confirmed what happened. Next, we got Tyrell Smith, a famous Facebook comedian from Michigan, was live. June 28th, 2022. Tyrell was arguing with a man that threatened his life before multiple times, but Tyrell just ignored it. A few moments later, Tyrell heard someone say, "We got some action."
Okay, we got action. We got action.
He noticed a vehicle pull up to his house, and you can hear multiple shots go off in the background. The camera is then dropped.
First, bodies delivered for cremation sometimes... Here are 5 things you didn't know about what crematorium workers are forbidden to document. First, bodies delivered for cremation sometimes show vital signs in preparation rooms. Heart monitors detect faint but steady pulses in people declared legally dead. Workers are trained to ignore these readings and proceed anyway. Second, they discover surgical implants never mentioned in medical records, tracking devices and unidentified metal objects suggesting secret procedures, performed without family knowledge. Third, cremation chambers sometimes refuse to reach proper temperatures with specific bodies. Some remains require multiple burning cycles that completely defy known science. Fourth, audio equipment captures voices, pleading for help during the burning process. This happens even when bodies show zero brain activity on medical instruments. Fifth, cremated remains reorganize themselves into recognizable patterns overnight. Some form readable text messages addressed to specific staff members by name. Workers who report these incidents face immediate termination and legal threats. The industry maintains strict silence about what really happens behind closed doors. Here are 5
Man, all I know, it takes some real strength to work in the, what would I say, the core, I don't even know what to say about it. Oh my God.
Here are 5 things you didn't know about what crematorium workers are forbidden to document. First, bodies delivered for cremation sometimes show vital signs in preparation rooms. Heart monitors detect faint but steady pulses in people declared legally dead. Workers are trained to ignore these readings and proceed anyway. Second, they discover surgical implants never mentioned in medical records. Tracking devices and unidentified metal objects suggesting secret procedures, performed without family knowledge. Third, cremation chambers sometimes refuse to reach proper temperatures with specific bodies. Some remains require multiple burning cycles that completely defy known science. Fourth, audio equipment captures voices, pleading for help during the burning process. This happens even when bodies show zero brain activity on medical instruments. Fifth, cremated remains reorganize themselves into recognizable patterns overnight. Some form readable text messages addressed to specific staff members by name. Workers who report these incidents face immediate termination and legal threats. The industry maintains strict silence about what really happens behind closed doors.
Man, that must be a real tough industry to work in. Well, obviously not because, you know, people are doing it, but for me personally, man, that seeing dead bodies on a constant basis, even those dudes that do, people that do autopsies, man, I don't know how they stomach it and at the same time go back home at night and manage to sleep. I'll have to speak to one of them to find out how they function after doing such an activity all day and seeing those different types of faces, man. But hey,
here are 5 things.
In this video, a woman captures footage of her neighbor's house after observing something quite unsettling. While her neighbors were away on vacation, far from their home, something bizarre was happening inside their garage. Despite their absence, the garage lights had mysteriously turned on. The woman, who noticed this strange occurrence as she walked by, decided to record the scene. However, as she continued to watch, she witnessed something that left her utterly terrified. Check this out.
man, so you're gonna tell me you're gonna just stand here and record? Like I see the shadow going back and forth, but me personally, I would not want to stand here and just record something like that. But hey, if you're brave enough to do things like this, but I don't know, it looks kind of creepy and it's pretty much in the mysterious category, I would say.
In this video, a woman...
I'm going to tell you the story of one of the most talked about mysteries on the internet. And I think part of the reason this story is so mysterious and so intriguing is because there's this really unsettling audio recording that sort of confounds the whole mystery and really forces you to take a stance about what you think really happened. And so I'm going to tell you the story, and towards the end, I'm going to play you that recording, and you can decide what you think really happened. But before we get into that story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place, because that's all we do, and we upload 2, 3, even 4 times every week. You heard me right. We're going back to the old ways, up to 4 new uploads every week on YouTube.
Man, shut up, Mr. Baldwin, man. I'm subscribed to him on YouTube. I'm not telling you, this dude tells some amazing stories, man. Big shout out to you, Mr. Baldwin, man. And keep doing what you do, bro.
For real. So, if that's of interest to you, please offer to clean the dishes for the like button. But instead of cleaning them, just smash all their dishes on the ground. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's story. At 12:30 a.m. on August 9th, 2013, a man named Kyle Lawson was asleep in his bedroom with his wife at their home in San Angelo, Texas, when his cell phone rang and it woke him up. Kyle looked at the caller ID and saw that the call was coming in from his 26-year-old brother, Brandon. And so, Kyle picked it up, but before he could even say hello, his brother said he needed help. And then he launched into this big story that really sounded completely insane. He told Kyle he was currently driving north on Highway 277, which is this totally desolate two-lane country road that runs through West Texas, and that 3 men were chasing Brandon. And on top of that, Brandon told his brother that, he's trying to get away from these men, but his truck was about to run out of gas. And so what he wanted Kyle to do was to, right now in the middle of the night, come meet him secretly to hand off a gas tank so Brandon could officially escape these 3 men. But as Kyle listened to this, he was not really actually concerned, at least in terms of Brandon being in any sort of real danger with regards to these 3 men that were chasing him. In reality, Kyle's reaction to this was just being so annoyed at Brandon. Because after hearing this story, this frantic story Brandon's telling him in the middle of the night, he was sure that really there were no 3 men, that instead his brother Brandon was just high again, and he was hallucinating. He was basically having an episode that was substance-induced. So Brandon had a history of methamphetamine use. He'd been clean for the last 6 months or so, and he'd been working on, being a better partner to his fiancée, Ladessa, and also a better father to his 4 children. But just 2 days ago, Brandon had also called Kyle, but it had been to ask Kyle if he knew where he could get some drugs. Now, Kyle did not immediately say, oh, here's where you go to get drugs. Instead, he tried to tell Brandon, don't. Today, I'm gonna tell you the
That's a on a cliffhanger, but if you guys want to continue to see that story, I'm pretty sure you already posted it on this channel. So that's Mr. Ballin on YouTube. You guys can also find him on TikTok, I think. So you guys should go over there and check out some of his videos, man. They're really, really, really awesome. That's gonna do it for that video, man. This one was a real roller coaster, I can say. For the most part, I'm probably mostly thinking right now how I'm gonna sleep tonight, but I just want to say thank y'all again for tuning in. For y'all who been here, for y'all who's new, I really appreciate every single one of y'all, man. And for you who's even watching that's not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, man. You never know. All right, but at the end of the night, I just want to say y'all have a blessed one, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can hit up my Instagram, my TikTok, or my Snapchat right here. That's if y'all choose. But until another video, y'all already know. Peace.